My name is Jules Chin Greene, and I'm here with Popverse with the cast of Bob's Burgers at New York Comic Con. How has your Comic Con been thus far?
Wonderful. I walked around the floor yesterday with my son. We had a lovely time.
You know, there's nothing better than just like bringing your dad or like any family member along just to see how kind of nuts the show is. I took my dad once, and he saw a giant Pikachu, and he wasn't ever the same afterwards.
What happened? What did he do? Did he go insane?
So he took like the most blurry picture like known to man. Like I didn't know that pictures on cell phones could be that blurry in 2024. So I think his hands definitely went insane within that respect.
Yeah, it's scary. Pikachu's terrifying.
Especially when he gets big.
Aren't you supposed to catch him?
That's true, and no one was catching him.
Her dad tackled Pikachu.
Oh my God!
Good, that's what you're supposed to do.
And he's still at Rikers Island.
Oh, that's a nice one, I heard.
Yeah, that's the nice person in New York, famously. Yeah,
we got to keep that open.
Yeah.
So if your character was at New York Comic Con right now, with all these activities going on, what do you think they'd get up to?
Oh, wow.
Linda would find all the food for sure. She'd find the cotton candy and popcorn. She loves caramel popcorn, right? Right, Louise?
Yeah, and Louise would have probably organized like a fan meetup, from her Barobu crew, probably across the street by the river.
I mean, I think Tina. Oh, am I going out of order? I'm so
no,
sorry.
you're doing a great job. You're doing great.
I was so excited to answer this question. Tina has probably the most hobbies of anyone, so she would be like, I'm probably trying to find 20 different, things and just running around. So excited.
Bob would be trying to find parking, like in New York, and he would be so aggravated that it's impossible, right?
And Teddy would be still trying to activate his pass and outside. And,
Linda would she would sneak in some food too a little bit. Maybe like, who wants a hot dog before we go in?
Yeah, Gene would be trying on a lot of costumes.
Yeah.
Definitely like a hanging out all day in Cosplay Central for sure. And so something that we wanted to explore this year was if your character had to give a piece of dating advice, what do you think they would say, and would you actually follow it if you had to?
Don't date. Waste your time.
Dating advice to they would be giving, like somebody's like, Gene, you're 11, what do you think about dating?
Exactly.
And Gene would just be like, go for it! Have some fun! Nothing's too weird, nothing's too normal.
And 9-year-old Louise would be like, don't do it, gross.
Would you follow that advice, Kristen?
I mean, I did follow it, but not against my will for most of my adulthood and teenage
But
years.
you're married. Did you just not date?
What?
You're married, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my husband was kind of my
Did you go on a date?
first boyfriend.
That was your first date?
I had a couple of boyfriends, but then him, and then nobody, and then him. And we went on dates.
You know what you wanted. It's good if they make your heart flutter, but they gotta treat you with respect, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Gross. And what is respect? I think people don't know what that means either.
RESPCT.
So neither do you. So I guess make sure that you are valued. Right. You got to pitch in, and
you got to replace the toilet paper roll. Make sure they do that. Make sure they do that.
Clean up, do nice things, and just listen and be there for the other person. But but don't let the other person not let you do your fun stuff.
Yeah, and cry whenever you're criticized, so they stop.
And definitely don't be afraid to fart in front of them. And if you are afraid to fart, they are not for you.
Yeah.
Right away. Yeah, do the fart test right away, like on the first date.
Bring a Ziploc that you farted in.
Yeah.
Right.
And then be like, is this okay? Is this okay? Because this is forever.
And after you...
I can do it!
after your first date, like at dinner, leave right before the dinner's finished. Like leave the restaurant so the other person is stuck with the bill. And then never contact that person again.
Old school. This is old school. This is what
That's
we
like super
evolved
hard to
from.
get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always use a burner phone.
Borderline illegal.
Yeah, and burner phone.
Not illegal.
I mean,
To order a bunch of stuff and leave. I don't know.
Leave it on other
I think
Yeah.
Tina would say never give up, be persistent. And
Stalker
I don't know
alert.
if you should
Yeah.
necessarily follow that advice, but
Yeah. Yes. Tina has the same advice as both people with perseverance and serial killers.
Stalker energy.
I mean, we all contain multitudes, and I think that definitely applies to Tina there. Although I don't think I've ever had this thought before until now. But that's why we're here at New York Comic Con to discover all kinds of things, especially about Tina Belcher. And so, as voice actors, you guys are creating characters basically just from your own bodies. And so where does that, come from? Like, when you were young, like, were you really good at mimicking, or were you just, like, sitting around trying out different voices? I've always wondered kind of where it comes from.
Well, I started mocking my mother's voice from Brooklyn when I was in grade school. She had a bunch of wigs that I discovered, and then once I found those wigs, I would just put them on. And then, the first video camera was probably the size of this table, and we had one. So I remember doing it there, and then in high school again in the talent show, and it's kind of been a running, some one-trick pony, basically. Yeah.
My voice used to be like this, but then I was Gene. Then I became Gene. I don't know. I'm Gene.
I would say that voiceover work too is all we have to give a lot of the credit of how we're sounding to the writing, because we're saying the words are kind of making us sound the way we do. I'll give a shout out to Alyssa at Bumble and Bumble.
Is that who did your hair?
No, she was
Oh,
an
yeah.
assistant. She
That's nice.
said she watches every YouTube interview we do.
Oh, hey, Alyssa.
Oh.
We love your
Hello.
product.
Sorry about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, they can't all be good.
Hang in there.
I think this one is good.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not her fault.
I love your
Yeah.
watch, Jules.
Yeah,
That's
Thank
a
you.
great watch.
John's being self-deprecating. He's talking
Yeah,
about us,
exactly.
not
Oh,
about
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You're
No.
great questions.
Yeah.
I totally get
You're
it.
amazing. Oh.
Also, our voices come from sort of Loren putting us all together.
Yeah.
He had sort of picked each of us to have the voice we have to work together, and then we sort of worked on it for a long time together.
And Lauren can do all our voices, so it's just kind of
yeah.
letting
Yeah,
us
yeah.
be the
Yeah,
actors.
he
He's
kinda
kind of just
can.
being polite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hired us almost as a joke.
Right.
Is it like almost uncanny to see something that sounds a lot like your voice coming out of someone else's body?
I'm going to say nobody can do my voice.
So you're safe.
about that, Kristen.
I think you might be wrong, Kristen. I think we all can.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. We're doing it now.
I'm still waiting to hear it.
See, now we're having fun.
Ooh, job security.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and so, just kind of a last question here. Not to make any of you feel old.
Hey, whoa. All right, goodbye.
Whoa, how old
Nah,
are you?
just kidding. Like Real Housewives.
What is old? And what's wrong with
Yeah.
feeling that way?
Old is that M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oof.
But, I feel like old is also, it's like a spiritual state of being, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
That we have.
well, I always
I
want to
don't
make
want to
sure.
be called young.
Old
That would
is
be
a word.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Young
we're fine
is an
with- we're
embarrassing
happy
time.
with our age.
Ugh.
What's,
young.
No,
sorry, what was
never.
the question?
I'll never go back to being young.
No.
Well, you could
I
say
mean,
that.
I hate
again.
being
Literally
young, so.
won't.
Oh, me too.
That's
Look at this
real.
neck.
But Bob's Burgers has been with me since my teen years.
Oh, here we go.
When I was
Yeah.
in my Tina era,
Baby.
and now I'm in my Bob era. Although I have much more hair than he does,
Whoa.
and so
Whoa.
like
The daggers are
thus
on.
far
I have a
that
hat
could
on.
change tomorrow. We don't know what the future holds.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And so from since you've been on the show for so many years, has your perspective on the show and what the stories mean to perhaps you or the world evolved over time?
I mean, I had this all happened very early, and then it stopped evolving for me. But I mean, for my character, for Tina, I always, at first, she seemed kind of like more of like there for a joke, to say a weird thing, and I feel like pretty quickly the writers kind of started giving her a full personality, and I was very surprised when people would say like, "Oh, I'm just like Tina," and then I thought, well, that one person must be very weird person. But then eventually so many people started saying it, I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's amazing that they evolved this into someone that people can relate to.
For sure. I mean, I don't think I could have learned how to drive without Tina just going like all the time, because that's just like what I was doing in that driving school car.
And it calmed your nerves, like you thought of Tina when you were taking your tests and stuff.
Yeah, I was just
Aw.
like, you know what? I'm in the trenches, and so is she.
Yeah, I guess that grown maybe like releases some of the tension out of your body a little bit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Does it, Dan?
Oh yeah, it's the best.
Lauren, why don't you take a swing at it?
The show is about a bunch of characters that never age, and yet, if you do a show for 15 years, they're going to change. And I like kind of not fully being in control of that and just knowing it's happening. It's like growing a houseplant, for 15 years or something, where you are. It's still in the same pot and it's still the same plant, but it's changing all the time. And I think that's the fans have given us that permission too. That's really nice to be able to interact with people who loved it in the early days, love it now, and somehow accept that it's evolving. It's always changing. That's incredible. We feel lucky. That's the fans give us room to keep doing a show that has to, by definition, change because we're changing.
That's beautiful.
We're getting old.
Yeah.
We're evolving. We're
so
evolving.
Not one of us is below the age of 80.
How about instead of why don't we replace the word old with the word better?
Yeah, then they have to change the name of that movie.
The better. Yeah.
We're getting better.
Well, I think like if I think like
the one where they're like
I think
lake or something.
I think when you start a show, you're starting with this like foundation of caricatures, like everything, one person represents one thing. And over the years that sort of changes because the characters become more layered by nature, and that would involve mainly coming from Loren and the writers and finding new ways for this family to organically like become more and more layered as a group. So that's what I think.
Yeah, more themselves.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. A lot of mischief, but then a lot of heart.
And a lot of fart.
Yeah.
Mischief, heart fart.
Too bad that didn't end the interview.
They could. Now you know where to cut, right?
I mean, like we were all talking about, or you were all talking about evolving, and I think that circles back to the whole giant Pikachu thing that continues to haunt my father. So I think we really landed on a full circle moment right there.
Yes.
Wait till he gets a load of 3-Eye Atlas. Oh. She knew it. She knew. Oh, they don't even know yet. Oh my God, these poor
Wait,
souls.
what is it?
Oh, nothing. We'll have fun today.
Alrighty, well, thanks so much, guys, for speaking with me.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
And
me.
enjoy the rest
Thank
of
you
your
very
New York
much.
Comic Con.
Thank you.
Bye, Popverse.
Bye.
Bye, Popverse audience.
Bye, Bubble.
Bye, yeah.
Bye, Alyssa. Bye, Jamie Lynn.